Hey folks, the Desert Artist here. You know, when I was a child, I always had a problem trying to come up and making extra money. Well, I grew up in a small town named Conconelli, Washington. I had a couple lakes in it, and the way that I made money was I went out and caught grasshoppers or hellgrammites. A dozen grasshoppers weren't worth as much as a dozen hellgrammites. So we went out and caught hellgrammites and other little things that we could use as fishing bait to sell to the fishermen. Well, now that I don't live there anymore, I live in an area where it's a little bit more garden-like. People always ask me, how can I make a little extra money? Maybe to put some gas in my fuel tank, or give the kids something to do. One thing that gardeners really like is they like fertilizer. Well, they don't like chicken manure because it can burn real easy, and they don't like steer manure because it can burn real easy, and well, your horse manure has to sit for a couple years in a big old pile before it really becomes usable, and even then you have to mix it in with your soil. Worms poop a lot. Now, I've been out here for about the past 5-10 minutes maybe, and I've collected a bunch of worm castings. Now there's a couple nuts in there too. Well, there's one on camera right here, but worm castings can be sold as fertilizer to mix in with your gardening as a wonderful dirt amendment. If you have a problem with your kids bothering you or anything, tell them to go out and pick up some worm poo. Worm castings. Call it castings if they don't like the word poo. Call it little blobs of dirt, because if you look at them, they look like just little blobs of dirt. See how they look? It's like little blobs of dirt. They go down and they suck up the dirt and they digest it, and then they poop it back out. So they dig a little hole and they go all the way down, and then they're slurping up the dirt on the way down, and then they back out of the hole, and then they go and poop it out, and then they go back in the hole, suck up some more dirt, and they go and poop it back out. It's a really ingenious way to keep your kids busy and make a few extra dollars.